Hello to those of you joining us via Zoom today. We welcome you to the Petersburg Winter Community Concert, which looks and feels like everything else did this year, kind of weird. So thankful for the performers who have raised their hands and invited themselves to join us today, our poets and our readers. Thank you to the Lutheran Church who invites us in, even heathens like me, each year around this time to share warmth and song and community. Thank you to KFSK who's stepping up this year and delivering this program in a different way than we've seen before, and for the library for sponsoring. So happy to have you all here today. We've got a nice light program. You know, we're going to be absent our Oxford carolers, so we have one cedar bough here for every Oxford caroler who would normally be here to welcome us in. We're just going to keep on going with our small acts. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome Julie Hursey, reading her original poem, Christmas in Petersburg.
Thank you. I wrote this piece in 2010 about Christmas in Petersburg, as I've known it for the previous 30 years, back when I believed it would be an unchanging pattern of events. The faces would change, of course, but there would always be a potluck at the Sons of Norway Hall, or a dance recital. We would always gather in familiar ways, and then came this year. The COVID year has taken so much from us, our ability to gather together, our trust in one another. How is Christmas going to come in a place so divided? But Petersburg loves Christmas. And I saw it last night in the lighted boat parade, where many people lined the roads cheering on a very wet and windy night, watching fishing boats, yachts, skiffs, a sailboat, and even a kayak ride the tide out the narrows covered with lights. Bucking wind and waves into the dark of Frederick Sound, just the way we will head into the new year. We still have courage and optimism and gratitude most days, and we still have the spirit of Christmas. We will always remember this year, but it will not rob us of what matters most. And I believe we will find our way back. This is from 2010. Snow swirls out of the mountains on these short December days. The town bustles with heat and light, but away from the circle of houses, the dark winter night is looming. Wolves stalk the perimeter of town as the deer eat the last leaves from summer gardens. The steep-shouldered mountains rise above Christmas lights wavering in the wind. On Main Street, carols warble from an ancient loudspeaker. Bells ring around the red kettle. The air smells like sugar cookies and almond paste. And on the auditorium stage, pirates and fairies chase each other through a lost world. The high school band plays Jingle Bells downtown. Santa holds crying children on his knee at the hardware store. The huge tree in the Sons of Norway Hall towers over platters of food crowded on tables in flickering candlelight, and strings of lights across town stitch a patchwork of color along the waterfront. I walk out to the point at the end of the Narrows, and beyond me, in the dark night, there is silence, except for the clanging of the bell buoy and the wind. I love the contrast between the dark and the light, the wilderness and the town. They rest so closely together, the way we live closely to one another, yet never fully understand each other's yearning. We are a community, yet still each heart holds wild and unknown country. Tugs towing barges through dark and silent channels are startled by the sudden light and noise of a tiny town perched at the end of an island surrounded by wilderness. I think of the boats traveling at night when they see the first lighted buoy at the end of the Narrows. After hours of darkness, there lies the channel home. The dream of Christmas is that we will find our way back. After long and weary travels, shadows, rough seas, a year of challenge and sorrow, we move towards the beckoning light. It may be a channel marker, a mast light, or the town Christmas tree, the lighted cross of the Lutheran church, or the crooked peace sign up by the ball field, or maybe it will be the lights of your own kitchen, shining out on the snowy lawn in big yellow squares. Some shining beacon marks our way and feeds a hopeful heart. Home lies there. May you find it this time, and it will shine like the Christmas star.
Hi, Merry Christmas. I'm Alec McMurren. I'm going to sing a song out of this Song of the Pacific Northwest, kind of as much southern Canada as there's around this area. But anyway, it's sort of been compiled kind of on the academic side of folk music here. And this is a song, they researched history. I'll read a little bit about what this song is about. One of the caribou miners wintering in Victoria in 1864 made this carol, telling of his feeling for the time, for his companions, and for the other people he was meeting in the growing town. At Christmas, there was a usual influx of miners from the far-off Caribou, which is a mine up on the Fraser River Canyon. The far-off Caribou down to spend the winter in Victoria with pockets well lined with nuggets. It was easy come, easy go with them, and liberal were the purchases that they made for their relations and their friends. A special feature of the saloons on Christmas Eve was eggnog, and all the young fellows dropped in for a glass on their way to midnight mass at Catholic Church in Humboldt Street. It was one of the attractions of Christmas Eve, and the church was filled to overwhelming, and later on, there was standing room only. Amongst the well-dressed city people were many caribou miners, trousers tucked in their boots, and trousers held in position with a belt, maybe no coat or vest at all. And when the time came for the collection, all hands dug down into their pockets, and a generous collection was the result. A song at Christmas, oh Christmas, loved by all. Come young and old, united, and join the welcome call. Hearts once sad will then rejoice, friends and foes draw near. Former friends and quite forgot, come join the Christmas cheer. Then let us give old Christmas a hearty welcome here, and wish each one around us a merry, glad new year. Though friends are widely parted in many different lands, old Christmas reunites them in fancy clasping hands. Though we no more may see them, for absent friends we pray, we know they also bless us in every Christmas day. Then let us give old Christmas a hearty welcome here, and wish each one around us a merry, glad new year. Then let us give old Christmas a hearty welcome here, and wish each one around us a merry, glad new year. Fortune they've adopted, may fortune brightly smile, and many a happy Christmas in fair Vancouver Isle.
No, that's the Soonest. We just wanted to say happy solstice and merry holidays to everyone who's listening, near and far. We know a lot of people who heard about this and are listening who are not in the state. And so we want to send out a special message of love and healing to our dear friends, Lizzy and John Bean.
We're walking in the air. We're floating in the moonlit sky.
This poem is by children's author and Newbery medalist Susan Cooper. And so this might seem familiar to many of you. You've probably read it as children or have heard it as a child in a beautifully illustrated book, and it was illustrated by Carson Ellis. And so the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere, down the centuries of the snow-white world, came people singing and dancing to drive the dark away. lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This shortest day, as promise awakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And now, so do we, here, now, this year, and every year. Welcome you.
Thank you, Joanne Day. Joanne's second number there was called Traditions of Christmas. I didn't introduce my own self earlier. Hello, my name is Nicole McMurren. I have the privilege of wearing this fabulous dress today that belonged to Suzanne Paulsen's mother, Helmy Jensen, and it just begs to sing this next song.
I'd like to say Koyana, Koyanakpak, and Gunish Chish to the people of Alaska. I'm Scottish, Irish, English, Welsh, Hungarian, Norwegian, born and known, and I'm very, very grateful to be able to be born and raised here. And I just want to give respect to Alaska Native people and thank you. And our first song is called Silver Bells. It's in 3/4 time. If anybody wants to waltz, just keep it quiet. How many beats per minute did that famous lady do this song?
132, Brenda Lee.
We can't do it at 132. 128.
we know, it has been a difficult, turbulent year. And now it's a time for reflection, but it's also a time for silliness. So here we are. You'll find a note and you'll try to find something to laugh about. I don't know what. God rest ye. That's okay. God rest ye to the USA, for Santa's on his way. Some good hair dye for Rudy, and TP will fill his sleigh. Thank God this long election year is done for you and me. Oh, tidings our votes were truly free. Come on, Dudley V. Do not take offense if so,
Please, pardon me.
God rest ye now, you Democrats, for Biden's on the way. Good luck taxing the 1% they usually don't pay. Give Mitch McConnell a big hug and see if he will play. Oh, tidings of votes on ACA. Miss you, RBG. Janet Yellen will add up the bills, we'll see. God rest ye, all ye fishermen, tough season it is true. No pebble mine to ruin Bristol Bay in store for you. The blackcod now are gaining weight, the doggone whales are too. Good tidings for pink salmon next year. Let tariffs disappear. And pink salmon make a comeback here next year. God rest ye Meghan Markle and also the former prince. Like them in all our sports events, we keep social distance. Even dinners of potato balls are now drive-by events. Oh, tidings of vaccines coming soon. Can we get it by Zoom? When it's over, hope the planes have lots of room. Make merry good old Petersburg, there ain't no flies on you. The bears have gone to bed at last, the PO's open too. Fish processors have done their part to keep disease at bay. Oh, tidings of tourists coming back some other day. Soon pandemic and these politics go away. Okay!
Thank you, Sue Paulsen, for yet another Petersburg year in review. We have no idea. Sue, how long have you been writing those songs?
Mother started 40 years ago.
Well, she started a fabulous thing. Thank you very much, Tony. All right. Next on our program, we have Matt and David Lenhard. What are you doing New Year's Eve at the Carol of the Friendly Bee?
We're going to perform the Carol of the Friendly Beasts first. It's a carol that's got its origins back in 12th century France. And it is appealed to me because it gives voice to some overlooked characters in the great scene of the birth of the Christ child. And it gives voice and purpose and role to the animals that were on the scene. And it just is, I don't know, ever since I heard it, it's always kind of hit me. Don't know why, but I'll hold it together for this song.
So
I said the donkey shaggy and brown. I carried your mother up hill and down. I carried your mother to Bethlehem town. I said the donkey all shaggy and brown. I said the cow all white and red. I gave you my manger for your bed. I gave you my hay to pillow your head. I said the cow all white and red. I said the sheep with curly horn. I gave you my wool for blanket more. You wore my coat on Christmas morn. I said the sheep with curly horn. I said the dove from rafters high. I cooed you to sleep so you would not cry. We cooed you to sleep, my mate and I said the dove from rafters high. And all the beasts by song could spell. In the table door was glad to tell how the gifts they gave Emmanuel. The gifts they gave Emmanuel. Our next song has always been a favorite in our house, and I think if we were as savvy with humor and comedy as Sue Paulsen, we probably would have come up with a skit about our present time and what are you doing Christmas Eve? Staying at home with a mask on or something. But we'll just, you gotta read between the lines.
What are you doing?
I am Martha Mattek, and I would just love to send some joy, peace, and patience to all my friends and family listening on the radio, especially to my family back in Wisconsin. And this is going to be Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts singing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, all love's pure light, radiant from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you to all our performers and our readers and our players and our writers, KFSK Radio, Petersburg Public Library, and our friends here at the Petersburg Lutheran Church. Thank you so kindly again for inviting us into your sanctuary. And thank you to all of you who have joined us today, inviting us into your homes, to your screens, and hopefully there's a little bit of today that you can take away and tuck into your heart. Many of us are quite alone this time of year. Dig deep inside yourself to find the most loving thing you can do for others. Think a little bit about maybe folks you haven't reached out to in a while who could really benefit from a touch. This year has provided each of us an opportunity to be just a little bit greater than we are on each and every day. And I encourage you to take that with you into 2021. Let's sing a nice little closing song. We're going to have our Mass on Song here in the sanctuary. And if you'd please join us at home in singing, Let let there be peace on earth